I'm here with Andrew Ward. I've managed to grab him because you're flat out there videoing and filming away. If you don't know Andrew Ward, his YouTube channel is called Wardys Waffles.
That's right.
Because I hear you're fairly good at the waffling,
Well,
are you, Andrew?
that's why it's called the waffle, because once I start, as you've realised, I don't stop.
We'll see how long this interview goes on for.
Yeah.
So just because back in Ireland we have heard rumbles of it and stuff, what's going on, but some of us mightn't know exactly what's going on. So there's protests being organised to try and change a government policy that has just been introduced. Is that right?
Well, it's the budget. So the budget announcement at the end of October was to abolish the inheritance tax and agricultural property relief.
Yes.
So that in the past, whenever you've handed a farm down to your next generation, it's been tax-free.
Okay.
And now the Labour government has said that won't be the case. In April 26, they're going to make it 20% inheritance tax, which is so crippling. A lot of farms won't be able to stand that, and they'll have to sell the farm to pay the tax.
Okay.
And those farms will already have paid corporation tax on the profits.
Yeah.
But then actually being asked to pay tax on the asset that's generated the first profit is just wrong.
It's just taxing something
it's
twice.
Taxing
then.
twice.
Yeah, it's not
and
fair.
then there's other things like national insurance contributions. There's double cab pickups have attracted a tax-free status or reduced tax because it's a farm vehicle. That's now going to be taxed as a normal car.
Okay.
They're going to tax fertiliser in next year. So there's everything coming onto
there's
farming.
a lot more in it than I realised.
Yeah, a lot more. And so I was with Ollie Harrison and Martin and Clive Bailey and the James Mills. We organised the first rally in London in November, and we got 45,000 people to come to that.
And do you have a hard time keeping everyone to behave, we'll say? Do people want to sort of really get angry, or how do you feel the atmosphere is at these rallies?
We put a request out for the November one. We said we wanted three things. We wanted no disruption or trouble.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be very peaceful.
Yes.
And we wanted the whole of London to be left as we found it, so clean and tidy.
Okay.
And we had a very good relationship with the police, and it was such a success that when it had finished, the police actually said to me, and we got friendly with a lot of the Met police, they said, can you farmers organise every rally in London because you're so easy and nice to deal with?
Yeah, and everyone was well behaved.
Well behaved and chatty and friendly. And Whitehall, we closed the whole of Whitehall, the road past Downing Street.
Yes.
And the police closed that, and the road when we finished was meticulous because we swept up and cleaned up. Even
Brilliant.
The leaves dropped off the trees, we cleaned those up.
So they got a wee bit extra.
They got extra.
And what's going forward now? So can you tell me, is the government listening, or are you going to have to go down again and make more waves in the capital?
We've been doing various things. We had an event in the Palladium, the London Palladium, where we got other businesses to come in, such as hoteliers, hauliers, the hospitality trade, because business property relief affects those as well. So we've got a lot of people who are trying to help and come on board. And so we've done that event in December. We've now this Friday got an event where we're asking as many tractors as possible to attend supermarkets all over the country.
Wow.
On a peaceful protest.
Peaceful.
But it's not really a protest, it's the show of support.
Yes.
And it's to engage with the public, really.
Yes.
And all we're asking is for 5 or 6 tractors to attend every single supermarket.
Okay.
Have one person coordinate their local town.
Yes.
So that it's all done properly.
Okay.
Those tractors park near the doors.
Yeah.
The driver of those machines go into the supermarket and buy some stationery or something for the farm.
Yeah.
Because that means then that it gets over the red diesel issue, because that tractor's being used then to visit the supermarket to buy something.
You think of all the angles here.
and parking as well, because a lot of supermarkets have restrictive parking.
Yeah.
Buying something from the supermarket gets over that.
Yeah.
But then engage with the public and the consumers as they're going into the supermarket.
Yeah, and educate, I suppose, and tell them what's going on.
Because a lot of the public support us, but I think some of them support us because they don't like Labour as well, so they're supporting us without knowing why they're supporting us or what our issues are.
So at least they know now what they're supporting. Yeah. So last question, I promise. Yeah. Do you think you have managed to do a very, very good job of keeping everybody well behaved? You sound like it's about educating and informing people what's going on. Is there a chance that this will get messy, or what do you think it looks like in the future?
There are other groups around the country that want to be disruptive, and there's one group this last week that stopped a food centre a Morrison's food centre in Somerset, and I understand it was shut. They blocked it for 24 hours.
Okay.
And this was a food distribution centre.
Okay.
And I understand from Morrison's that it actually has affected 70 supermarkets for 5 days.
Okay.
So that's caused massive disruption. And Morrison's are one of the supermarkets that does support British agriculture and Irish, and it helps us. So we have to be very careful on this. But we just feel as a group, we can get our feet under more influential tables, being non-disruptive, than we can causing problems. So it's everybody's thoughts. People think differently, but that's just our thought at the minute. And the people we're interacting with and having discussions with, I'd never have dreamed that in October before we started.
Brilliant. Well, it sounds like you're sitting at the right tables and you're making waves. So fair play to you. So much work goes into all of that, and hopefully you will get this new policy change.
We hope so. We just want the government to listen and talk to us. And at the minute they're not doing, because their figures they're putting out are wrong. And we just want to educate them as well, and just have meetings with them. And that's all we're after.
Cool. Well, best of luck with it.
Thank you, Sammy, ever so much. Nice to meet you.
You weren't too waffly, were you? Poor lad holding the cameras I thought this was going to be a 2-second interview.
20 minutes later, we're still here.
Thanks very much. Cheers.